There is this belief before starting a business that you have to raise capital in order to start a business. Now, sometimes this is very subtle, like people say, oh, if only I had this money, I would start this business. Or sometimes people just think I need an investor, meaning money, to start this business. And if you go a step further, many say that if only I had money, this would be a success. Now, unfortunately, I don't agree with it. In my opinion, you shouldn't get a loan to start your business. You obviously need some money to start with, but in my opinion, that should be your savings. Now, there are a few reasons behind it. One of them is that if it is your money, then you'll be very, very frugal in how you spend it. If it's someone else's money, it's almost money for free, therefore you are tempted to burn that cash. And sometimes no matter how frugal you'll be, you'll think, well, it's actually not my money. Also, sometimes if you have a large amount, then you might think, well, if I only spent that amount, nothing will happen, and then you continue and suddenly you've eaten all the money. So you definitely have a different mindset when you use your own money. The next thing is that when you save money, you actually have a mission. That means that you spend some time before working hard, spending less in order to keep some money every month or whatever the period towards your goal. Now, that also primes you for success because you know that that money was hard earned, or you had to give up some stuff. Maybe your friends go out on holidays, whereas you decided not to go in order to increase your capital or the capital available to start your business. And that shifts your mindset. That again increases your chances of success. So if you're serious about your business, you should only use your own money. Now, I know there's this whole idea getting an investor and then making it work, but that is not the case. The truth is that none of the businesses will work without customers. Even businesses that are well known and they are on the stock market and they operate only because people put in more and more money into the shares of the company, in the long run, if they don't have profitable business model, they will run out of cash, because at one point investors will realize, well, actually this is a giant on timber stilts and it is just not sustainable. So if you want to be successful in your business, and to be honest, I wouldn't understand anyone who doesn't want to be successful, then you should first of all think about a service or a product that your customers want. If you come up with an idea that you think that will work and then you go and raise money in order to push that to market, it won't work because the market, the customers haven't validated your service or product. So this is where the lean startup methodology kicks in, and I really recommend you do some reading around it. Just basically Google lean startup and you'll find plenty of materials about it. But the idea is that you create something that you're almost embarrassed with, but you offer it to the customers, and you then see whether they actually buy it or not, whether you gain traction. If you can see that everyone's, oh yes, I want it, and they actually pay you with physical money, not in terms of cash, but even make a card payment or crypto, whatever it is, but that they actually bought it from you. And beware of just asking your friends, hey, would you buy this and that if I started making them? Obviously the answer will be yes, because, well, they don't risk anything, they're not spending their money, and why would they want to risk a relationship? They will say yes to everything. The next thing you should say is, okay, great, well then I've got it in my car, so just hang on it for a moment and I'll bring it over to you. And suddenly they might have second thoughts. So that is why you should literally create that thing, the service, the product, to a point where it's embarrassing, and don't worry about it. If it's a great idea, people will be okay. The early adopters, they are the ones that want to be first, and they know that they'll be overpaying for products that are far from perfect. So those are the steps you need to take to validate your idea, and based on that, you can then build a business. And only once you start gaining customers and you can see that this is a viable business model, that is the moment where you can consider raising capital. That is when you can go to banks, to private equity, to your friends, family, and fools to ask for more money, because you now know that you've got something solid, something that actually has a great chance of success. So to wrap up, don't ask for money before starting a business. First, try out your idea, and if you have real customers and you can see that this can be a big thing, that is when you need to raise capital.